Well, one thing's for sure. The Granolah the Survivor arc has been moving a mile a minute, and while the pacing could be considered a bit of an issue at points, it's pretty cool that we're getting into the thick of it right away. We're only 6 chapters in, and we're getting Granolah versus Goku and Vegeta, so that's pretty dope. How's it going, everybody? Style Vegeta saying, what is good to all my Super Saiyan homies, here to bring you all sorts of Dragon Ball content. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on any future content. That being said, today what we'll do is we'll look at the first 7 draft pages, and then look at the translations, courtesy of DBS Hype, and then the other accounts that translated we'll look at as well when we look at the translations. So, you know, everybody gets a proper shout out. But yeah, we'll just look at these pages and then look at the translations and kind of talk about what they imply and stuff like that. Because I think there's some pretty cool stuff to note, even though it's not a lot. It's just 7 pages. So we'll try and make this quick. So we see in the first page, we got Goku and Vegeta showing up with Maki and Oil. We'll go to the next page. We see she's pointing off in the distance, presumably telling them where Granolah is. And the two of them go off to go deal with that. And then we see she's giving some form of order to Oil and has some level... She's got like a scheming face on her. You know, she looks like she's got some sort of plan in mind. Then hopping over, we've got it's got Alec and Gas. They're up. It looks like up above Planet Cereal, looking down on it, and they're talking about something. Not necessarily sure what, but yeah, they're just having a little chit chat. Now let's go to the next 3. Give me a real hot second. So yeah, we see Goku and Vegeta flying over the ruins as well as some of the new cities, and obviously the ruins are from the Saiyans, so that's pretty cool to see them kind of flying over the remnants of the Saiyan destruction. There's just kind of like some, I don't know, some neat little foreshadowing there and whatnot, and they're both oblivious to it, obviously, because they weren't, you know, around at the time. They weren't prominent Saiyan warriors at the time. So that's pretty neat, in my opinion. Then we see that Goku's getting shot with a ki blast, and he's got that look in his face of like, whoa, that was close. Like, you know, even though he, you know, had the ability to dodge it and was able to sense it, it was something that took you know, a bit more effort than he would have liked to dodge a single ki blast. Then we see that there's an increased volley of them, and we see, you know, Goku and Vegeta scream something at each other, and Vegeta presumably going, it looks like Super Saiyan over here. So let's go to the translations real quick, and we'll talk about it even more. So looking at the translators from the tweet before we go into it, we've got Aaron Van Doon and Inu Maru 08. I don't know. I really hope I didn't botch them, but y'all can see them on the screen. So shout out to these guys. Obviously, they make these videos possible. But yeah, let's go over the translations. So it looks like the title is The Saiyans and the Cerulean, which is, you know, it's pretty straightforward. Chapter starts with Goku and Vegeta and the Heaters. They arrive on planet Cereal after the 18 days. Vegeta seems surprised with how peaceful the planet looks, and then Maki points out that Granolah resides over in the mountains. Goku comments that he doesn't feel any strong ki, but Vegeta says that he might have suppressed it at this point, and Maki says she'll be waiting here because the fight is too dangerous. So then we see Goku and Vegeta go off. Okay, so just kind of like looking at this real quick, I think the thing that's really kind of catching my attention right now is Vegeta's skepticism, and I'll get a little further into that because I have read these already, but I think Vegeta's skepticism is quite prominent, or quite potent in I guess how the story is going to progress, because I think it seems like they're making it to be like he's going to be the one to see reason. After they're gone, Maki orders Oil to stay and watch their fight. Oil says he'll inform them of the fight thoroughly and ask what Maki will be doing. Maki says she's got some information for Alec and Gas, and that they will soon be there, and she'll be awaiting their arrival. Meanwhile, above the planet, Alec and Gas are watching over the planet. Okay. Alec said it's been 40 years since he came to the planet, and Gas replies that he doesn't have any good memories about this planet. Boy, how many times can we say planet? Jeez. Alec assures him that Gas has changed since then, and Gas agrees with him. All right. Doesn't really give a lot of insight as to what they're talking about. I still think Gas is going to be a really serious threat. They've definitely been gassing him up, and I mean, even more so, he's sitting up there like they're watching over the planet. They're all scheming. The pieces are coming together. Like, come on, the writing's on the wall, guys. The foreshadowing is not very shadowed. But anyway. Back on Cereal, Goku and Vegeta fly past the city ruins. Goku wonders what was this caused by the evil Granolah. Vegeta says it was likely because... Let me try that again. Goodness gracious. Back on Cereal, Goku and Vegeta fly past the city ruins. Goku wonders whether this was caused by the evil Granolah. Vegeta says it likely wasn't because the ruins look old compared to the city behind it, which appears undamaged. So, going back to the idea of Vegeta seeing reason here, I think this is what's kind of gonna work its way into, like, they'll be able to find a way to kind of come to terms with Granolah and go after the heaters at the end of the day. Because, I mean, we see them scheming. We see them going off. I'm sure that the fight between them and Gas is coming sooner rather than later. And we'll see if that even escalates even further. We don't know what this information that Maki has for him. So, yeah, I mean, I think that this is really going to come down to Vegeta. It's not going to be a Vegeta win because, I mean, I don't think Granolah is going to lose per se to the Saiyans, but I think he'll be swayed by the Saiyans, and I don't think it's going to be Goku's pure-heartedness that's going to do it. For once, it just seems like Vegeta's being rational, and it also seems like, again, they were doing some foreshadowing earlier on in the chapters where Vegeta was training his Hakai, where Beerus says something to him along the lines of, "You need to let your Saiyan pass go. You're acting out of guilt." All the time, you're blaming yourself for the sins of your race, when in reality, it's not your sins, it's the sins of your people. So I'm really hoping that this is foreshadowing some level of character and personal growth for Vegeta, rather than just letting it be like, oh, Goku's a kind-hearted Saiyan who befriends all his enemies and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, that's that. Let's look at the last thing. They arrive near the mountain when suddenly Goku notices something and he avoids a ki blast. The ki blasts become more aggressive, with Goku and Vegeta avoiding them. Goku notes that the attacks are very accurate and dodging them is difficult. Vegeta says that Goku should try and pinpoint the source of the ki blast and locate the shooter, so this way that they know where Granolah is. When suddenly he transforms into Super Saiyan. So, alright, word. I was right. He does transform into Super Saiyan, and they're obviously trying to pinpoint him. And again, this kind of stands to be one of those things of like, I mean, obviously it's Vegeta's nature to just charge into battle and just do what it is. But I mean, he's using his brain here. Like, he's using a level of teamwork. He understands that him and Goku kind of need to support each other right now. Like, he's saying like, all right, you try and pinpoint him. I'm going to kind of like, decoy head first. Like, I'll be the bait right now. So it just feels like there's a bit of growth going on right now for Vegeta. And I know it's not a lot, and I know we only have 7 pages right now, but I think that's what's got me most excited about this chapter, is that they've been laying the groundwork since Moro for some character growth for Vegeta, and it felt like it got thrown away almost instantly with Moro when he became Moro 7-3 and fired a big bang attack back at him. But with it still felt like it was coming afterwards with all this God of Destruction stuff. And so I'm just hoping it's not only just a growth in power, but again, we go back to that point that Beerus brought up earlier on, where he talks about, you need to let your past go in order for you to move forward. So yeah, that's that. Let me know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for the new chapter? Yeah, we will talk about it when the new one drops, and maybe I was right, maybe I was wrong. Who knows? We'll see come then. Alrighty, peace out.